Jai Hind everyone. As you all know, China's growing presence in the Bay of Bengal and particularly in the Indian Ocean region is a matter of concern for India, is a deep matter of concern for India's national security and the maritime security. And China's growing presence around the member countries or around the neighboring countries of India is also a concerning thing for India's security. So it was strategically very important for India to maintain a good presence in the Bay of Bengal, and we can do this with maintaining a good diplomatic or bilateral relation with those countries which share a good maritime boundary with the Bay of Bengal, and also we can do that with maintaining a good economic or diplomatic relation with the neighboring countries of India, and we can do this with a regional organization, and that is the Bimstec. So Jai Hind everyone. So today I Vikrant Pawar is here to speak on the topic of Bimstec. Bimstec stands for Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, and the name itself conveys all that it is a technical and economic cooperation. Member countries are cooperate in terms of economy and in terms of technicality. If I talk about the member countries of the Bimstec, Bimstec is a multilateral organization consisting of 7 members. They are the Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand and Myanmar. 5 countries are from South Asia and 2 countries from the Southeast Asia. The 2 countries from the Southeast Asia are Myanmar and Thailand. So Bimstec also very important for the India, as it's form a bridge between the South Asia and Southeast Asia. So through Bimstec, India also able to maintain a good presence in the Southeast Asia. And if I talk about the establishment of the Bimstec, Bimstec was established in 1997 through the Bangkok Declaration, and with the goal of the Bimstec is to develop trade, investment and cooperative relation among the member countries of the Bimstec. So it was basically formed in 1997, and in 1997 it was initially formed by the 4 member countries, and it was at that time known as the BISTEC. B for Bangladesh, I for India, S for Sri Lanka, T for Thailand and EC for economic cooperation. So these 4 countries formed the Bimstec in the 1997. But later that year, in the 1997, Myanmar also joined the grouping, and it was renamed as BIMSTEC. B for Bangladesh, I for India, M for Myanmar, S for Sri Lanka, T for Thailand and EC for economic cooperation. But after a few years more, in 2004, 2 neighboring countries also joined the Bimstec. They are the Bhutan and Nepal, and at that time the grouping was named as the Bimstec, which is also currently known as the Bimstec, which means Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. The total population that lives in the Bimstec countries is around 22% of the world's total population. That is the 1.5 billion people lives in the Bimstec countries, and the combined GDP that I am talking about of the Bimstec countries is about $2.7 trillion. So $2.7 trillion trade between these 7 countries is particularly very low. So there is a wide scope of trade between these 7 countries. And if I talk about the organization, the main goal of the organization is to enable, or I can say is to promote the economic growth and poverty reduction in the region. The organization was created to enhance the rapid economic growth, accelerate the bilateral relation between the member state countries, and to cooperate or to collaboration in the regional issues of the Bimstec member country. So Bimstec is particularly very important for India to maintain a good presence around the neighboring countries of India as well as in the Southeast Asia. And if I talk about the objectives of the Bimstec, the main objective of the Bimstec to create such an environment that enable expeditious economic growth in the South Asian and Southeast Asian countries. As I told you earlier, the 2 countries are from Southeast Asia and 5 countries from the South Asia. So Bimstec, through Bimstec, we are able to maintain, or we are able to get through a good economic cooperation with the South Asia and Southeast Asia. And second is the to understand the mutual interest of every country and to support or to engage in the areas cooperation with each country. So these are some of the objectives of the Bimstec. And if I talk about why Bimstec is crucial for India, why Bimstec is how Bimstec is strategically important for India. As you know already, there is already a grouping exist for the for the neighbors of India, that is the SAARC. SAARC means South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation. It is for the neighboring countries of India. So but SAARC is not as much as effective as Bimstec, because in this SAARC there is a mutual disinterest, or I can say there's a mutual difference between the India and Pakistan. So SAARC was not so much effective as come to Bimstec. So Bimstec can provide a alternating mechanism to India to maintain a good bilateral or diplomatic relations among the neighboring countries of India. And Bimstec also very important for core policies of India. As you know that India has a Act East policy, which means that to connect India with the Southeast Asian countries, India have the neighborhood first policy, which means that the neighbors of India are given the first priority as compared to other nation. As you know already that recently few days back India has provided $1 billion to Sri Lanka under the neighborhood first policy. And third is the economic cooperation and development in the Northeast Asian region. As you know that through the Northeast Asian region we are able to maintain, or we are able to cover the distance between the Myanmar and Thailand. As you know that we are developing a multi-modern Kaladan transit highway which connects West Bengal to the Myanmar, and we are also developing a Asian trilateral highway which connects the India to the Thailand through the northeastern states via Myanmar. So northeastern states is particularly also play a major part in the regional cooperation with the Southeast Asian countries. And if we are able to connect through the Southeast Asian countries, we will also get the economic development and economic cooperation in the northeastern states. So and the third and the major economic major crucial point for the Bimstec, for the importance of India about the Bimstec, that is to counter China's growing influence in the Asian region, or I can say in the Bay of Bengal region. So Bimstec helps India to counter China's influence in those countries which share a good maritime boundary in the Bay of Bengal region. As many countries neighboring around India is already the part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. So it was very important for India to engage with those countries, to engage with the Bimstec countries to maintain a regional influence, or to maintain a dominant influence in the Bay of Bengal and particularly in the Indian Ocean region. So these are some points which are very crucial for India, and why Bimstec is crucial for India. So, but there are the challenges in that path, and I can say there are the challenges between the Bimstec countries. First challenge is that the trade relation between the Bimstec countries are not up to the mark. The Bimstec countries has still not able to finalize a FTA, that is the free trade agreement. If FTA has been finalized, it will enhance the economic relation between both the countries, and I am pretty sure that we are able to get the up to the mark of $5 trillion trade relation between the Bimstec countries. So FTA has been signed has to be signed between the Bimstec countries. And second major challenge is the ignorance by the member countries. As you all know that the Myanmar and Thailand are also the part of ASEAN. So they are more aligned toward the ASEAN, and they ignored the Bimstec. And India, I talk about India. India is using the Bimstec as a platform to go through the SAARC to avoid the SAARC. So it is important for India to also fully provide or fully engage in the Bimstec countries. So these are some of the points that provide a challenge for the Bimstec country. And at last, if I conclude the conclusion, yes, if we want to counter China around the neighboring countries of India, Bimstec is Bimstec is a major platform that we can use to enhance our dominance or to enhance a good bilateral relation with the member countries of the India, with the member neighboring countries of the India. So Bimstec is particularly very important for India, but if we want to use the platform, Bimstec platform in a major way, first we have to enhance our trade relation with the Bimstec country. We have to set a target of approximately $5 trillion economic development, economic bilateral relation between the country. Through that we are able to achieve a good bilateral relation with the neighboring countries of India. Thank you everyone.